What's good, YouTube? Big Cool here from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with some breaking news. Before I get into the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that post notification bell button to get notified every time I upload content. Also, follow me on Instagram at Colossal_Sports TV. Now let's get into this breaking news. According to ESPN, I will link the article in the description below so you all can check it out for yourself. The Toronto Raptors and the San Antonio Spurs are finalizing a huge trade that would send disgruntled San Antonio superstar Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors in exchange for superstar or star, however you want to categorize them, all-star Demar Derozan in a straight-up swap. And honestly, for the life of me, I do not understand this move on behalf of the Toronto Raptors. You are sending a guy in DeRozan who is averaging 25, 26 points a game, a perennial all-star, one of the top 15, 20 players in the NBA, to the San Antonio Spurs. And you got him under contract for 3 more years, but yet you wouldn't give him up for a player I feel is better, a better two-way player, but you essentially rent him for a year. And Kawhi Leonard has made it clear that he intends to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers in 2019 when free agency starts. That's where he's from. He's from California. He went to San Diego State, and he's made it clear. But yet, you're willing to gamble like this, and I just don't get it. I was reading an article. Both guys aren't happy about this move. But if I'm DeMar DeRozan, I say, you know what, cool. Yes, I'm going to a much tougher conference in the Western Conference with Golden State, Houston, now the Lakers, all the other teams, Oklahoma City, Minnesota, the Pelicans, the Jazz. But you're going to play with a great coach in Greg Popovich who can get the best out of you. You know, all-time great coach. He's going to demand you play defense. He's going to demand that you be the best you can be. He's going to challenge you mentally. But if I'm him, I would embrace this. Of course, there's no Tony Parker, Tim Duncan that he'll be playing with, but still, the Spurs have a nice young core, and this is beneficial. This is going to make DeMar DeRozan a much better player, in my opinion, if he embraces it. Because while I love DeMar DeRozan as a player, the mentality he has is weak. Last year, when they got eliminated by the Cavs, and he gonna say some shit like, "Well, if we had LeBron, we'd win too." That's whack. You don't want to hear no shit like that from your franchise player ever, ever. And hopefully, once this deal is finalized, he get over there. He see the organization. He talked to Greg Popovich. He meet some of his teammates, the owner R.C. Buford, and get ingratiated with the staff and the community and people over there. He kind of warms up to it because whether he warms up to it or not, he's there for 3 years. He's there for 3 years because he's under contract for 3 years. I think with $83 million. Now let's look at it from Toronto standpoint. You're bringing in Kawhi Leonard, one of the best players in the NBA, top five two-way player in my opinion. Um, Former Finals MVP, a guy who has the chance to be a fucking league MVP. He's been defensive player of the year already. A perennial all-star, perennial first teamer, perennial first team NBA player. Who's disgruntled because he felt that the support wasn't there last year from the Spurs when he was going through his quadricep injury and trying to recover. So he let it be known that he wanted to be traded. Although he wanted to be traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, you had to know that unless the Lakers was willing to give up Ingram, Kuzma, and a shitload of other fucking draft picks, that shit wasn't gonna happen. And they did. And I applaud the Lakers for that, because why fucking give up the bank when you got pretty much guaranteed, unless some crazy shit happen over the next year, that you gonna get Kawhi Leonard to come over there and join LeBron James. But the Toronto Raptors, I don't get it. Yeah, they got Kyle Lowry. I think they got Ibaka over there still. They got some pieces, but you giving up DeMar DeRozan, a guy who committed to you, that you supposed to commit to. I can see if this was a scenario where Kawhi Leonard was under contract for 2 years, no opt out option, or or same amount of years, then I say cool, roll with it, because in that 2 or 3 years you got to show them that, look, this is what we gonna do. Canada is a beautiful country. You got Drake as an ambassador. They got a lot of things going, but you taking a huge risk by giving your franchise player up for a better player, but a player that's only gonna be there for 1 year. I don't get it. I know the East is significantly weaker now with LeBron James departing to the West. You got Washington, you got Philly, Boston, Miami, Milwaukee, Chicago. You got all these teams that's going to be rejuvenated with the move of LeBron James out West. And now they're looking to make their move. But I don't know. I don't know about this, man. We'll have to see. Once it's finalized, hear both players, and have to move on from there and see what other moves each team, the Spurs and the Raptors, can make to increase their chances of having a successful season, especially the Toronto Raptors. But like I said, man, leave the comments in the comment section down below, giving me your thoughts on this huge news, head-scratching trade that's close to being finalized between the San Antonio Spurs and the Toronto Raptors. Share these videos, man, all over social media. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.